Mame fa say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Ghana position. Meaning so I can your statement. You know, briefly. Ebisi Omusro say my for yanon kotum. Ebisi, this is the position that we have to take as a sovereign country. What's your view on that?
Well, I belong to diplomacy.
Okay.
And I'm very much knowledgeable in diplomacy. I strongly say Ghana rushed too much.
We rushed. The statement was rushed.
We rushed.
Until our repercussions be?
Yet to be known.
But we rushed.
We rushed.
Why?
Look, we have been pro-democracy, pro-independent. Our stand has not changed. Everybody knows. Pro-independence, pro-democracy, against invasion. And then also Ghana is signatory to the UN Article 40, 940 protocols, etc. Ghana has defended and supported a lot of countries in their stand against imperialism and all those kind of things. That is true. But you look at the dynamics of events and how the other countries are responding. America, or say, why a unilateral decision? In Obama, why a world? Or call it Iraq, or catch Europeans, even the British, or catch the Italians, or catch the Spaniards, or catch the Germans, or say either you are with us or you are not part of us.
Okay.
And they were able to whip up the NATO to follow them, even against their wish.
Yes.
The story was not different from when they were going to Afghanistan. They forced them to move with them, and they did. Was the story different from America? I'm talking about Ghana stand.
Okay.
When America, together with the NATO, together with your friend is saying, Europe, they went to Gaddafi. They went to Libya to take down Gaddafi, subsequently killing him. The Battle of the Seers. Ghana, near stand to Wahimfa. Only African colony, only African country. Only at that time, only provided today, AU chair, AU building in a Gaddafi sponsor more. Gaddafi was a pivotal role of the new AU, transforming from OAU to AU, with President Kufuor, Thabo Mbeki, your friend say, Obasanjo, and all that. Festus Mogae and all that. Gaddafi was the one who put in money for that operation.
Okay.
When Gaddafi was on the edge being killed, what was the stand of
Ghana?
What did we say?
Until Nediani rushed.
What did we say? The only country, the only person that went there was Joko Zuma of South Africa. And whilst even he was there, he needed support from the African Union and said, gather up, let us all come and support our brother. They waited until the United States and other countries warned Joko Zuma, said, when free Kromwa, they can protect his interest. In free airspace of Libya. Zuma flight, SZT and normal attack, Echo Bombo, Libya, Tripoli airport, XA, flights almost about 87 aircraft at the same time.
Wow.
What did Ghana say at that time? What was the protest? What do I Africa? Media say, America, Ghana, you can't stand anywhere in America.
We can't cry.
You cannot stand anywhere in America. Upepana watch any sir. And create a problem. Listen. Papa I in a list. Or do beka say we try 5 years visa. We try 5 years visa. Obi abeko we a president cry now call back sakwa kudi live. And a more informer, you know him a kwanya baya. Me pacho will find no fine. And Uncle for the Esaberi Institute because our man mentioned them, but then we made a letter for some statements be officials be my and I'm American for trigger that anger and omuchemu. Or no, I can pacho and I say a chopper be a coso and omduma becahum. Now on one yasem, or no quachi Venezuela, United Kingdom on Kasai on condemn ye, France on condemn ye. Russia were cautious.
Yeah.
China were a Security Council member superpower.
On Kasai. Now Ghana keteketi.
Yet, now we are just about a month ago. Wasako countries, Roma Beka, woman no more visa restrictions. You know, they say Wasabe heightened visa restrictions to a visa ban. Country been saying Sierra Leone. Papa Sierra Leone, why America then? Only any problem. And your rebel, near ye, no bianco or the Nabecahon. Ususu chrono. I listen. The bigger hub of nationals outside, predominantly American no more, followed by the UK, followed by Canada, and then Germany and other parts of the world.
Right.
Now, I want to busuya for visit to Omunyamo. I want to busuya for call. I want no me Papa. Oh, Pepana watch Reno. President Trump on Kai. The State Department, they will even ignore. But if they are to stick to the actual Reno, and it was this and it was that, Busan say Holland the Carding. Busan say Japan wakadeng. Busan say South Africa wakadeng. You can condemn the word the diplomatic well let peace prevail. Maybe you condemn the actions of United States. And there a diplomatic language you can papa obia can be. But if you read through, so if that was the statement Ghana issued out there, maybe I say, is that the only country in this in the African continent? What that kind of a stand? The government of Ghana issued that. Of course, it was uttered or directed by the president, uttered by maybe foreign ministry.
Yes.
Then I'll say, the foreign ministry, the sentences diplomatically, the statement diplomatically to me was too long.
Okay.
It matters like this. So United States has staple gas. What do you mean? 550 aircraft at their good ground. We're taking the sea. We're coding off 48 hours before this operation. Now America captured the airspace.
Venezuela,
not the ground, the airspace.
Airspace,
And we're warning every flight out from the territorial zone of that time.
And plane to mean too.
Plane to mark that area. Aircraft, no passenger, no commercial jet, no private jet. You don't go in there. They're coding off the air first. For fear, say, Russia, China, no be back to their aid. And nobody can hear. We are no coding of the sea. And they know my coding crab 3 months. Almost car to sea no so that.
Yeah.
Obama what yes. Now we are no. And sana obey there, obekogramina me one almost ground where 3 months.
That's a special operation on my
Papa, Omo Kochi Noriga operation just cause Nefe. From military point of view, no operation ya na ya kono.
Yeah.
Sir, you look at the intelligence that goes into it, and then you look at the battle itself. Now, or the 150 aircraft at Timaba, where the kai ashate dome, radar control, no, America will take you over. What do I say?
I see.
And we are taking radar space now. Like I said, Omicron radar control unit in Caracas airport. No, won't mean issue instructions on any aircraft. So Omra.
Okay.
Any aircraft be an American for better at that time because it's pure. Why are you ready for war? Why are you ready for war? No, are grounded in a year. I feel no what is called firefight into the presidency. That time, no, the satellite image of Maduro, baby or that baby or number. They were looking up, so they go into a battlefield, and one U.S. army, neho anti. Ebinom de call Obama.
That's a more prepared.
Papa they are now okay because one of the Apache gunfire and basic form, gunships in basic form no. When in precision, when in baby a walk, when in baby a quantity, when in baby and security, ne guides war, Cuba for a guide no. Any other winning baby war.
Okay.
And Tom de Kaum dom disable crowded that. And son or my fire. Ne fire and soon were beyond the atrocity.
Okay.
Obianti me kind eme busa American force individuals, ordinary citizens, sena American fukumu.
Yekuomo.
On say once my mind.
This operation ya. Obian mechanical move.
Ombetima kwaye sadie no pa hwe fire erupt airspace any the buildings any area na omkoche no. And to be pa catch them and say citizen biangu. But new of course could protect or say it to be safe, it to be smart, it to be quick. Odika won no in November and one in December. So a man Christmas present.
Okay.
Na very sharp. Said do catch Nigeria. Tini bunu. Obama Christmas present. Papa shakwa omo fa so. Eko yi no. Edi no. Omi no man for answer flight in man ko. Omi keep no be 1 hour. E okuro ni mu. Papa 1 hour na e den. Chire ba bia ade no wo.
Ade be.
Gold no wahin. Safe no wahin. And then why probity and accountability one no yen no krum ho.
Aye.
Yes, wa baba wie no. What say waha ni akohwe waha ansa na.
Yeah, the wako.
We say we waha. What you say? Oche no. One ne ire nkwa no hia no. But Maduro's government, so accuse you Maduro. So or no the air trafficking. Can you not accuse his interior minister?
Honestly, a part of government.
Can you not interior part? Can you accuse his defense minister? Can you leave his defense minister out?
Not at all.
When the guy the ocean, when the guy the interior, say yanchi womu. Is that not the police? Is that not the minister of interior? So far the list, yanchi ubia in Maduro's government, accused by America. Nationally, you accuse the government, headed by the president. What about is the wife a member of the government? Answer is no. But yachi obano. And what about the ministers and the government yanchubia? And ya Juma di Maduro. Na Juma ko di Maduro. Ghana wa woto nchen. Unua oho, oba oho, ye nyina ye kɔ, echina ye mam oho, unua bako. Papa, America na mu no, o dai no. O twene no. O ko dwutun echire no. Wan ko pewe alpewe. Na no an say Obama, the amoye as international community and we are allowed.
Yes.
Deliver speech, deliver statement. Opa say tonka. Na Zimbabwe in Kasai, Ethiopia in Kasai, African Union na mukura me issue.
Na Ghana Kasai.
African Union. Now the question ECOWAS achi. Na ECOWAS and condemn with that speech. Also so your funding member and to bet me ECOWAS akasa. Say and don't speak as Ghana, speak as ECOWAS.
Okay.
Speak as African Union. Speak as just an international community which you are part.
Okay.
But descriptively, say the speech, you know. Me pamcho the foreign ministry, me pamcho Ghana government, America on your government ye dini diagro.
Okay.
Much as sebi ye bet makasa ye sovereignty nation, sovereign nation with sovereignty rights, etc. Ebi abeka ye nsuro bia, be papa, boka so nsuro bia obwa.
Yesro.
America usuro.
Ministry.
Wala pass kwa one mouse kwa mawa onye.
Onye.
And to decide this Ghana kwa da pass kwa no $500 million compact you know the ma no. Oba be tutu no kwa America obeti ma abeje kwa no. Nti e ba na se ya keka bibia me pacho Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mun tone down. It is good to condemn on the basis of the international language.
Okay.
Community of the world we are part. Diplomatic language must be measured to some extent, not to harm and to hurt. Say no many abromokon. But the moment Uncle betinasino, the moment Obama Uncle Betinasi said, Omo be analyze speeches, any events, any countries are to be a man woman. Am I come yo?
Ombe peke Ghana.
That's a fair number. Say Germany in Timin condemn ye.
Now yeah.
Holland in condemn ye. Belgium on condemn ye. They are being cautious because say America call Afghanistan. A certain country, Germany, or decided say it's unjustified. Don't call America. Say okay, don't call the ultimate answer. Either you are with us or you are not part of us. Meaning say China sembeto. Into umka say ebeko humanitarian. Holland or call humanitarian. Spain or call humanitarian.
Wako.
But humanitarian on tutu
only
or chenro. Or Chenuane. Name countries no decided say there voluntary about to Italy or to Spain or to France the one farmer and Coberto, British one farmer no better to support America because do no China or one to Russia, no. Because near Afghanistan you beef. The beef from your Western world the man in Afghanistan in your beef for 10 who free Russia Federation. And Russia and I say, okay, or no, fine, or international community but no, Obama ne border.
The old canon in America for waiting on mafia.
Obetima mafia big time if they interpret, analyze, and do due diligence of our speech. And if indeed that speech was uttered, written,
it was
edited, and it's official speech that some of us read, I would say it was overpumped.
Okay.
And then the speech overheated the argument of Ghana vis-a-vis America. We don't do that. We don't do that. People must measure the diplomatic language that we issue when America, how do you catch a British on Fahon? Utuma Germany on Fahon, Utuma Holland on Fahon, Utuma China is just nothing. But when you write such a thing and you really power such language to America, telling them off. Because Oma Dikame ya one in B and chair, say American senator, committee chairman responsible for a State Department, chair, foreign minister say, Onko can chair in the government, say Onko chia American companies sky or Ghana do muka. More Mahama Chirum say, and no time I list in the buy more mature what to do. And no idea chinya no mdi chose to say o ma 5 years visa over car story.
Yes.
And JJ Nyamire part of America for no pay ha. O pay ha because say o West African High Command any Accra embassy ni si ha. Cantonments. And o higher command. Anything here bibia na o ne e dey chair because the whole West Africa 15 countries you know all the sessions the embassies in I had no higher command.
Okay.
And President Kufuor played a very key role say assassin. That's all the chewomu and I say or the trauma ukraina obi ntimi. But they have and they sit on the bigger acreage of the embassy. In Hanu place. Wo baby so President Kwaba utimura baby a utimisha baby that timisha baby pieko. In Hanu here omunti ye country bi omu payasem. Entina bibia anu ahwa ne prisoner kra na anu odika anu abeka. Ya no omaniama bi wo ha entimi ma out. Enema bi wo entimi nka. Ye no bi undergrounds bi but for post independent bepemne no. Omo ye developing partner and they sponsor our military budget.
Ntomo ya de nyama yenka.
Condemn them. But look at the event
And the tone.
Okay. Now woman military base wa ha. Uni kroma ni amom military base.
Yes.
Uni kroma.
Yeah, movie.
Do you think say your man military base no obi wa other African country a oni no omo nya fan omo ni gi ana countries omo no omo nya fan gi so many gi say you do military base no. But if not anything at all Obama, you also know say they trust and believe this country, and if not anything they trust our security. I must just tell you to some extent. So be German in national airline more or less the biggest air carrier in national, the biggest air carriers. Delta, any United country are non-stop because they must trust you. Say Obabisi Washington from African country, Obabisi New York from African country, they must trust you.
Okay.
And to my that trust now, yemma that trust in goho. Oye na dia ukro kabeka sakura na mon twentwen so. Obama what you say? Matamumrem.
I didn't see Ghana first country.
Your friend KLM first in the air, the first flight in the air to Europe from Ghana. We are always first in the air.
Well,
international cases is here. But remember reference of Russia, Ukraine. Your president, your former president,
right?
And now the Danko for the last speech, 2024, the UNGA, United Nations General Assembly.
Yes.
Okay, speech be over. Eko can say any Russia bomb that hits on target on Ukrainian land affects the pocket of ordinary Ghanaian. But this is war. Ukrainians are also hitting on target on Russian bomb, Russian soil. Did he say any Ukrainian bomb that hits on target in Russia, it enriches Ghana pocket? No. So these are things. Adia Chinyana Sergey Lavrov, the world most longest serving friend, the foreign minister, Obe accuse you Ghana because Ghana also on your fine. Also don't harshly condemn Russia.
One side.
Emra Yabe head the Security Council as chair country of the Security Council, UN Security 2022. Na Ghana. Israel-Palestine war. And yet the whole world will be I condemn, will be against Ghana, people, help di Sarafat to cry a money seat, or African Union seat, and to condemn, and you're bad. Even look at that one, Ghana, Koka and say, Israel, Ghana supposed two-state affair. Palestine as a state, Israel, because near a security council, your voice. Adia China Israeli ambassador, not even the Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. Nan in Sekuran, Ewa, Ekon and Agua Kufadu, Neni. Said them brana, them right. Nagana or a country bear or no betima back saying yes, two-state affair.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you echo these sentiments as a country Ghana with our position of international policy from 1967. Godamaya time. And you actually say, yeah, there, you support the two-state affair. For 2022.
And so you're cooking the same thing.
You're cooking the same thing, no? Ono bibi nyatanya ukranka as ambassador to Ghana over her. You can't be an SNK spelling, no.
By
Went, yeah, no crankers, because Israel. Ako jeje na Greek niama. Ozo ajeje ne support.
O jeje bosian.
O jeje bosian. O jeje niama underground. Grant ni aid o jeje.
Asembi asoba na okabi.
Na America na no ako chubia. Me condemn entirely say wanye. But papa, obe measure o tone of condemning United States.
Okay.
And what taking what is called unilateral action.
Okay.
A lot of colonies under them. French before, they never colonized anywhere in Europe. They were not in Europe. They colonized a lot of countries in Africa, especially West Africa,
okay,
Central Africa. Omu called the Caribbean, Martinique areas, Francaise. Omu called the South Pacific, New Caledonia, Tahiti, Kiribati, those sides.
Okay.
The South Pacific. So they were able to get a lot of colonies around them. That made them more or less a superpower to some extent because we colonized a lot of countries. Now, United Kingdom, the UK or the British, they also did the same thing. They colonized about 35-40% of the world countries, including the United States itself, indirectly. But what they say?
Yes.
Now, America, Africa, didn't colonize any country. Liberia, America not only colonizing. It was America, your friend is a NGO organization being a colonizer in a country, adopted into the whole African continent. America wa Mahab. Okay. America wa colonize country bia o Asia to some extent. O livu and I say or try baby part, but or won't even say Japan, China, or any of those countries in the America colony. And to say United States stands now the congregation of the colonized nations only be Asia to some extent. Yeah. Now America will call the South Pacific, that is Australia, New Zealand, sandwich about 13 or 14, Tahiti, Kiribati, and then those Solomon Islands, Papua New Guinea, Vanuatu, and those countries, Nauru, Nui Island, America, Solomon Island, Kwana, and India. Okay. Even with that one, just somehow disputed. Now, no America, no, the Caribbean cities or the Caribbean states, the stretch, yeah, they took over more or less like leaders. Or they took over like colonial masters in disguise. However, and your islands, no. The islands belongs to the Dutch. What they say? Yes. Dutch, the Hollands, and the France, and the British. And Tusha, Texas, and Caicos, Barbados, Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, all those ones. Then British for there. Okay. And then the Dutch, Curaçao, Suriname, okay, and a lot of them, and so the Dutch there. And a French ones for Guadeloupe, Martinique, Française, Martinique, what and what. Nina also, I was saying Martin. Yeah. Nina also say French for there. Why is American in there? They didn't have any. Yeah. America was the edge. Panama and Puerto Rico, to some extent. Only islands. But more or less, British on show the presence. I get it. Yes. And French in disguise. Or no, the Caribbean states in as Paris Metropole. Guadeloupe, for instance, Martinique, Française, for instance, or don't become Paris budget. And those countries in the Caribbean are French islands, is seen as Paris a metropole. Okay. And they add them to the budget of Paris. But in disguise, it's a country with flag, in this country with independence, it's a country with their presidential terms. Okay. France is still in control. The same thing applies to the South Pacific, Kiribati, Tahiti, New Caledonia, still San Romeo. Right. Now here is the catch. America took interest of a country like Haiti. Of our Haiti 1915, of our Haiti 1934, Clinton be invaded Haiti 1994. Okay. I get it. America, Panama, America, Nicaragua, and those countries. And indeed, Venezuela, these are Spanish islands. They are Spanish. Okay. Spanish ones who are islands. Okay. But where's the Spanish? Spanish for no Latin American world and also Fabi. But Spain is not a superpower.
Okay.
Why is it not a superpower? They were very calm. They didn't push for the agenda either than that. Also, a lot of countries within the Latin American context, Mexico, Argentina, Peru, El Salvador, San Salvador, all those are Latin, South and South American, except
but still Omonye superpower.
Superpower. What else?
Yes.
And the Portuguese went into the same South America with Brazil as the only place out. To concentrate TNT. Yes. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, issue of President Ibu Nkrumah. We accuse you of oil drugs. We accuse you of money laundering. We accuse you of doing XYZ. It's always initiated, not by the UK. Interestingly.
Yes.
Lines in It's always not initiated by the Dutch, who have more islands. Neither has it been initiated by the French, also islands.
And I'm more influence.
Almost more influence because they are their colonies.
The
and
colonies.
Still, Suriname and Curaçao and all those, Holland about 5 islands. But quietly, say Holland, I accuse you, Surinamis, but the world knows that Suriname is another hub. The world knows that Curaçao is another hub. Guadeloupe for the French and co. Everybody knows that but I'm yet to see a British government also Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know me now will be look at Jamaica. The first thing that comes to mind, excuse me, is weed. But the Bena UK alcohol say or any Jamaican prime minister or president because they accuse them say omu produce mass production export of weed.
Okay.
Into why the US particular interest, and then particular interest especially the country Venezuela. Venezuela indeed say Kenya English colonized country, neither a French colonized country, neither an American native colonized country. And can say a Spanish for the India.
Okay.
Into American interest. Of course, business like Kokoso, America who any interest. Venezuela oil is issue.
Okay.
That is whole business about.
Oil.
Because yes, country America in beef. The Caribbean islands and supposed to be what undoubtedly Cuba. As in America, Omo Fidel Castro.
One question.
Omo indicted Fidel Castro for almost 20-something years. Yet, no ko UN. General Assembly with military uniform P. Chamber anymore. American for Anchino. Raul, who ye ni no buy. American for Coaching. But no more beef. No more to come no. They've accused them of all these things. They've accused Cuba, say, for a terrorist nation. They've accused Cuba, say, or supported terrorism, or accused Cuba up to a whole lot of things. Yet, America will call Cuba and Cuba.
Okay.
But Panama, or Coaching Riga. Since 1989, 90, I'm in tomb. So for 36 good years, until just now. Now, US another president, Biaba, or say, on a day, or pardon no. Yanchino Kwampaso, ne charges in Yanukre. But yet, the same president, Ebai, EBD 4 years, Koi, Nanurega them. That time, one who said, Nanya Kwampaso. I didn't went down at that time until now, no be pardon Namanako. A day before, so obey or Wakoche, another Venezuela person. Now, Honduras.
Yes.
What I say? Juan Orlando Hernandez. Juan Orlando Hernandez was accused, indicted by United States in the same fashion. Only do try and term we are that we in the presidency. No, Adana na Omiyade 2022. I stand to be corrected, but that's the date I think. And no Mokofa Juan Hernandez. Meanwhile, no much any brother know them. Accuse him of the same thing. Now, a person in jail about 45 years. Another US president comes. Now says that no, my pardon. But these were crimes American justified through their intelligence and everything. Said their Maduro, the same thing.
They will justify it.
They justified, approved and proven. And then Obia ma justified in a tomb from 2022.
Yes.
Ne brother them no a president. Na machino. Na another president comes. Na ono say no. My pardon. Okay, you must say interesting question. No pardon no. Hernandez or him. O didn't pardon the nisi play more than a koi. Pa na Honduras. And I say on the street of New York.
Right.
Na say obi a indict too. Uku prison sentence for America. Now you're United States prisoner no. When you're United States nationality or citizen.
Yeah.
See you are not allowed to stay in the country subject to deportation.
Okay.
Or otherwise to any friendly country or person accept you because of the political background. As we speak, Hernandez, our US, prompting on attorney general, prompting on state prosecutor, our Kruma said, no, crime na mamo befa no. It was state records also.
Okay.
In Tisana Tiadia, Yasokrano, you push the agenda of Interpol, Monfanem. Has America spoken about it? No. Would they release him or not? What you will be, or a prisoner, what you will be, or a drug operator, and all kind of money laundering, and was sentenced in 45.
Yes.
Will be tried 2 to 3 years. Obiaba, see in Jano. Okay, you know. We na de no him. Statutory. Any immigration status, American kind. So you see, say, America does not say or you're answerable to anybody.
Is this democracy? Is this the sovereignty? I can't want to say because you, from what you are narrating, you clearly cannot understand. A pattern or more.
It's a America chooses no pick it. They're benefiting no yet. That is the foreign policy. Of course, a big way or a big superpower. Obertina says the United is Kasim or say or yeah international policing. But always they go what is called unilateral. They take unilateral decisions. And then when they are ready, even the president of the United States of America, say, on Congress, that makes the laws and that approves sanctioning of all these wars and as an invasion of any, or say, so a country room, the news will be leaked.
Okay.
Into our country room. But the U.S. executive presidential order is where the case is. It's so powerful, said the president decided, so unknown order, not the Congress, unknown order, not the Senate. Now over that pen said, U.S. military, now I'm interested. Or no your commander-in-chief or that said, Monkonkofa Ghana, country, it is the order of the United States.
Wow.
Now you come to ask, where's the UN Convention on the UN status or the UN laws or the UN Commission agreements in the 940? The 940 strictly against invasion without proper or in any form of invasion.
Yes. Use of force.
Use of force. But now look at it from the angle, say, Guterres, UN Secretary General, because when are yet seen to be the leader of the world or president of the world? And that is what a member country that's supposed to subscribe under you is doing. America or Iraq. Unilateral decision. I say against all international laws to serve the interests of the United States and serve the interests of the world. Of the world. Who authorizes and who validates the interests of the world? Say back Caribbean region now, also for American citizens, to protect them. Into as American citizens who are to say in the Caribbean islands. So citizens are protect them. They say no could use citizens Caribbean free holiday makers. And I'm a boy. Okay. And the laws changes from one country to another. About Saddam Hussein, the word hard pressed say our weapons of mass destruction. Destruction. Emma, the disgrace and the rise and fall of your friend is the UK president, prime minister.
Yes.
Okay. Our could our supported the agenda of George Bush or the Kutu Saddam. Obama followed also another agenda of Gaddafi in 2013. Okay. And also here they Muammar al-Gaddafi. Efriho. With Hillary Clinton being the Secretary of State. She also Obama so a quite fast so accused Libya. And a quite fast accused Gaddafi. And in Niama America decided to do for them.
Say
at the end of the day, some of us who do know that country, they had the best country, the best economy, the best system of governance at the time than anywhere in Africa. Libya didn't have one refugee in anywhere in Europe. Libya had every money. They didn't have a shortage of even apartment, a room, or whatever. As a time now, the population here 4 million, no, I see 10 million.
A dying
locked up.
Such a country, no say it's not well governed.
That crowd say no asakubu egu. Waiting for a student to take classroom or be school. The car any key in insurance and then the dying are ready. On top of it in Nisika or the Bewari are ready. To the extent say a drew baby now boy Libya member to say young man to some was soon our young warrior or Domoko Poland and then your friend is saying Czech Republic mother country say Uncle Sunya Keke said the Sebi no basida no beware neira ante to ban etuaka momko da hotel or Poland. That's what Gaddafi did for them.
Right.
Or Pampa Accra 9 years was allowed to drive a car. Provided so were good side. I will be a no car insurance, will be a no fuel car subsidized. Or man will be a man or about 6,000 will be a Libyan nationality or man $6,000 a month.
Wow.
Yet Nasi as such a president. But what I say, it is not the longevity of the person serving power in his country, but the usage and abuse of the power. Did Gaddafi or abuse power or not? One would say yes, but he didn't abuse any power. Why? Because say, Adiama a crew, Ufri Mohawi ba. Bola pass is saying Prajana is a bolan. Kofa Kofu the abyss main road and some mountain. And I joke 4 a.m. Oba could be on Kramer work with no street and so Oko your friend is saying Kwashima Junction.
Yes.
Bola Nigu Hosa Oko Odokwa Bola Nigu Hosa. Did this happen? Is that what we call a democracy? No. I prefer say Odbin Dimeso, na me wo even any je, me frame who say nipa, me what dan papa, me won't sue, me what electricity, me what dan papa them. Rather than say, me fro be say yes, Dimeso or a Democrat, but me be behind you.
Hey, Basa, disorganized country.
There is it. And then if you look at the practices of the Western Hemisphere, name one, taking America out, but when you come to Europe, do they have that at say, Oko 4 terms, 2 terms, Ukraine?
No.
Do we have that in Europe? Merkel of Germany, or your Bundeskanzler, or how many years? 20 years. Meanwhile, Germany is a pillar of democracy in Europe. And what is the difference between Onwa 20 and Uidi say?
And yes, say a longevity, human rights abuse. And then Angela Merkel, it made 20 years.
20 years.
Oh, Germany,
and she's not, yes. And he's not the only person. She's not the only person. She wasn't the only person. Oba Italy. How many prime ministers of Italy? Oma call back to back. Or call no abedi no call.
Berlusconi crowd.
Berlusconi, serve you.
Yes.
Say you Berlusconi, how many times? Obedi no ako. Italian kofa Romano Prodi, one of the best UN accountant there. Then Oba Omzo, sorry, go away. Yampano Omsa kofa Berlusconi, and repeatedly in around most of the European countries because the European and Middle Europe, especially prime ministers, countries like Holland, countries like Belgium. When you come to Middle Europe, Switzerland, Austria, nobody even knows the prime minister's name. But they are there serving over 3, 4, 5 terms. Because Juma country no one BBA function. And it's not about any abuse, but it's just on making sure.
Okay.
The BSC, Malaysia, Mahathir, and then your friend is saying, look when you did 27 years on the Bordeaux country, which is not bad.
But Africa,
Argentina, Ghana, Argentina, Caribbean lands, Argentina, Venezuela, Argentina, Latin America, Central America, and the Bibiba. See a country, America by accusing. So, honey, the corridors, Because the next border, bigger border to the United States. Woman can you get it?
Yes.
Venezuela baby or ne baby United States war. So either so best swimming and now obey submarine and now the flying boat and the back. But what about Mexico now on any war border? When in the history in America, I could chief Mexican president.
Refugees no more chase you more.
Refugees. But all the drug cartels are at the focus and the vocal point of Americans' invasion in some of this country.
Air drugs.
Air drugs. Enti Mexico suswe. Mexico di mkwachi omuli de biada. Peru mkwachi obia ohoda. Colombiana which are American for creating eco fight Colombia. SAP ko. Yanche Colombia leader. What about El Salvador? Argentina munyina no awo niema omo ye. But yanche obia. But the issue with Venezuela, the issue with Hugo Chavez and San Robeu, throughout the 13 years in was this. But the catch here is that, as we speak, the world, the topmost, better crude oil was the one that was found in Libya before Gaddafi year between.
Yeah.
And then the best quality also was Libya and Venezuela.
To oil na
papa. But let us not also forget, say, in the history of the United States, from Woodrow Wilson time from 1915 way back by Pemberley, the American president or a businessman, what come out not from the political chamber, but from the business chamber
community. Yeah.
Business community is this man.
Now business in Pony and also follow the same pattern.
But when I'm just on no crime, they who take them only doing say business in the womb.
Okay. Only the better you no crime more.
There be business in the womb. Make sure the other one Clinton will do administrative.
Yeah.
Only a politician.
But where the business womb.
Business in the some near kind. What's it? Business one some near kind. Jimmy Carter Munino, they were political, administrative, military, former military persons, no businessman.
We entrepreneur.
But the first American fully fledged businessman, you can't know anyway.
Okay.
And to be Musa, Obi Musa said, I didn't near Kochi Maduro, near Dinaba, America, and China, and Kansan near Dinoco, Alinian Franco, Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C. Why New York? Why Brooklyn? Why New York? I want to indicting. I want to buy. Because you New York. Papa we New York and what? And in Brooklyn, I want to Jumano. And now Obana Nireno, in your memana niachi woman. New York no moda.
Okay.
Majority of them. And America, the center, California and New York, I want to find a drug business. I want a business in the world.
Okay.
And I didn't know or didn't to New York. And
that's the reason.
Yes.
Okay.
But in the justifications after America, they be can say they are protecting the interests of America, interests of the world, and indeed they are claiming or they say a lot of new drugs, which is a chemical drug, are for a Maduro mo, I invented or makriti are by America. Yes, what would I understand say the drugs of the world. America, within that region, Latin America, Central America, the Caribbean belt, you do drugs, they don't send it to Jamaica. They don't send it to America, and the biggest receiving end.
They are protecting that.
That one would understand because if you happen to be in Washington, if you happen to be in California, in New York, now say they be Americans now destroyed that. On that note, Tunbaka said, but the point is that how well have they tried to solve it? And how, say, only choose and pick.
Okay.
And they say if the whole Caribbean and they produce that particular drugs, and your friends said the opium and all those kinds there.
Why not more?
Then the whole Caribbean should be protected by the United States of America.
Okay.
Not only exclusively talking about Venezuela. Because you would also accuse Obisu Betraso accused Suriname. Because European Union at a point accused Suriname, accused Curaçao, and accused the Dutch government, said, on the national and citizens, no, and Niama, Suriname for the by Europe.
Okay.
But rather, or lessen, almost softer prison sentence.
Okay.
To Dutch citizens, only dealing drugs in Suriname.
Okay. I think share America nearly 25 minutes of why America is in Venezuela. Another issue we see was Roho. They say Burkina Faso or Russia.
Yes.
And I'm saying so we name baby ya condemn America idea. Aircraft be akosisi horn and saying akofansem kakra ba say Burkina president na ne boafu kakra. Ghana for akwachi omo soja for ba ye ja omo unsenke hu say ya chief Burkina soja for 19 wa Ghana adan ye ja omo aircraft no so san ko back
Me feel say e ho no entwa.
Okay.
Why? And he said Burkina I get me.
Yes.
Only if not anything at all we catching from ECOWAS zone. A true say you know omo border.
Yes.
A true say omo nim omo frontier. Your barrier, your frontier, your border lines, both on the bush. And nim you know no man's a friend say zone.
Yes.
What I say? Border in enclave no kakra no about 200 meters no edaho. No man say in obi anim edaho. Na Burkina army uniformed. Na otima ba rush a Ghana territory mo. What I say? Enye ECOWAS sanctioned. And enye ECOWAS supported. Burkina enye part. Much as me, Burkina, I support their government and whatever. But I completely disagree. A uniform Burkinabe, armed Burkinabe army, without the authorization, without the knowledge of Ghana, i.e. police, Ghana security community, Ghana security intelligence, Ghana military intelligence, BNI, national security, etc., all the community combined, without their knowledge.
No mabaha.
No abaha. Because you know when military exchanges be ECOWAS will be brushed, they'll be bruised, they'll be angry. You know many exchanges. And one would ask, say, how did they manage to come in? This one brings to the topic, say, the country know at the moment, or about 5 to 8 or 10 operating your friend is saying terrorist group.
Okay.
Our government in a fighting. Or Ansawad and Sedi or Ho, Al-Qaeda operate against the government or fight you. And this Burkina Faso take positions. And I say no suspicion of any divert. And I say troops to be befaho until ordinary troops bow up. The idea saying conform say Omo Yirai. And I say they didn't know say they were within Ghana territory. And now Basano, you are prompting an anger say among for whom terrorists no more kono. So almost a Burkina for ebe take cover to come and maybe omo eba bede ebe surrender omo.
Yes.
Then the anger now turns out to Ghana. Do you understand?
Yes.
Me? The anger now turns to Ghana. Then it will open a way for a terrorist group
to come.
No, so that is how the formation of terrorist groups, you know, in any country number. Or shall be a government troop be a kote or nene. Ghana don't have that time on our soil. I expected that language. I mean, no, say the Adema American.
Can you be the entry?
There is the language that should go in there.
But
On what premise? What do you bakra? A woman say you were a Ghana special envoy with Burkina. That is Mr. Lati.
Yes,
which is okay. And can some Mr. Bevlo Lati and can he speak in yeti? And can Mr. Bevlo Lati? I might say quite far so a beer. Send ye no. Na say a true. But me bibi am gas unconfirmed minim. But security company no. That's the security community na acknowledge say play and be baho. Na Burkina amen 19 being truly so omo ba border no so. And a Ghana hu omo. Yes indeed Ghana country or Ghana as a country no is self-securitized. Self-securitized in a way and say self-monitored in a way and say assassin no enyina aban ne the community into a farmer enihu.
Yeah.
But a country bi anka ya aban and assassin ne dia so bi hye so yatade no nam kura untim kokasa. And the idea no ntina ye ntimi nya formation and the presence of your friends the terrorist group rebel group and said the Nigeria and other countries because of how your land system, your culture system, tradition, any land administration, ACI, no. Intiano na boy as a country, Obia Ghana ni kran timinye eku, enkotina ngirem, because en supporto, land in your dear, baby or question will be farm, nipan ko fum kuhua, enti ye safe. It is a uniform abem, nay international uniform from another country, nay any army or ye armed, and the exerciser. Na me expect to say. En Burkina for no beka se anana Ghana government beka se na omu ye air parachuting ene de timisi ene bia in emergency no omu parachute to kosi eba Ghana territory they seek pardon and then apply for a bia your friend say na aye adwobre no oko but on inexplicable circumstances Burkina military uniform aba Ghana omu 19 armed men and women. Good. Time Ghana phone call on just immigration officers no mkuhuye. Thank God say omno manye exchanges of gun of fire. In immigration they crom you dua abani kromu nitu ba kokra. Enti kromu ntime nko. Enti one would say they did not come in a combat move, but what were they doing in the bush?
But apart from that, I say you are very aware. Say Nigeria for plane Kobe bi cry Kotisi Burkina. Omo detain you omo for so many weeks Ghana ne boy nti ade na Burkina for the dia omo de soldier for 19 abewura Ghana ade omo plane abesi na ye de e che omo no ya nya statement bia.
In fact sa ye ne make reference to put a Trump debut. So if it is not good here, it is not good here.
Yeah,
I've stated my position. Traore me okay with the oil. So mbama kwai Libya changes. Say later crana fine yen na pro democracy.
Yeah.
Obiara hwe say ekro no eye that's okay. Nemom say ni soldiers ebe start rewura ha no. It is a declaration of provocation. So when you provoke Nesibia military omuba accidental, incidental, deliberate and umbaya emudiahin, the Ghana should let us know so that the people in the belts on the belts, villages or no. Whenever in the future they say exercise bisu na ekoso.
Yes.
And you know na ye. The bia echo was inti money allowed. Me that was my suspicion.
Okay.
Say bia amo mo kwan mo be exercise bi you bush. Name because of ECOWAS, yenti money allowed.
Okay.
And unfortunately no, e be a farmer bi an immigration folk who ye there. And no, mo find a way to water it down in a form of addressing the country.
Yeah.
No. One can say abani chantro. A lot of things goes on. They lie about it. They cover it. And the Bakacha say no more military exercise. And no paratroopers or parachutes. A dive to the Burkina border.
Right.
About Ghana border. You are good to go. But say just like that, we don't owe you an explanation. That do you want Trump to owe you an explanation of the actions and inactions? No. And you play a diplomatic card, sir. They're very fairly balanced. But then the security of the country, I say here, if not anything at all, where do the uniform need to room? Already in that angle, no, Kasan, our problem.
Right.
Boko, our problem. Paga side in Ninano, you feel say, why are there too much heightened with security? And is a true money in Yamanema Corny and Kanwasam, near Jaya Diana Kokambia. I don't think, Senti. Mini Honorable Mutaka, I think that this is an issue on any defense minister, that is the interim defense minister, any the security company or the security community, and for that matter, the government. I think this is an issue. They should take it serious and then address the issue. If they don't need to make the facts general, open to the public, there's a way also to address it so that there wouldn't be any future occurrence.
Okay.
And then
today, yes, you share Africa, Maduro, US, I'm sure, say, you better a very ample time. Now, you share the transport issues, and I can see discuss here 1 hour, 10 minutes already, but me 5 minutes be, I mean, say January. Mampenyi say likely say Benya defense minister. The lack of defense minister now affecting your security for the past 6 months. And now why now want to say obey an ideal prospect for the position of defense?
Your last part of the question, I will not deal with it because the government and the president has his vision and those people that he wants to use.
No, so was always security eye.
Yes, because all of them, if we are picking, of course, defense minister must come from the parliament.
Yes.
We're trying the parliamentary. I'm yet to find out those who have the security.
Not necessarily because now Omane Boama any parliament.
Yes, nevertheless, Omane Boama had a certain qualities of managerial.
Right.
And president in Chusuno. You don't need necessarily to be a military.
Yes.
But I'm looking at the general background of all the MPs now. And so Mokasa, security background to me, I feel say kakra form.
Okay.
Notwithstanding, the question that I will answer has to do with, say, a country with their defense minister. It is very bad.
Okay.
It is very poor. Practically, from the time Nyameto and Safre, your defense minister, a country in this modern world without a substantive defense minister is an exposure. And it is a very, very... Burkina border day. Defense minister would have picked the intelligence, but the defense minister that we have now is sitting at the Ministry of Finance. The country most pressured ministry is the finance, because that does and deals with the distribution of money, economy. Everything has to run through the economy, education, economy, bioeconomy. Do you understand me? And as a interim support, Obi Meye holding office and only holding the defense ministry. Please, Mr. President, with this one, this is the only opportunity I'm taking to speak on this subject. Not the Minister of Finance. The reason is very simple. The ministry is already too much for him to bear. Minister of Defense also is the defense of the nation because of these days, and especially we have Boko and all that.
Yes.
At what time does he go to sit on economic planning meetings and discuss about economy and brief the presidency and brief the banks and etc. about the economy? How does he get time to go and sit with the military? That is wrong. Two, relatively who is doing the work of the same Minister of Defense, you can say, sir, defense ministry aside, the next person that you can consider should have been the interior. Interior police, interior immigration, interior prisons, or fire service, or NADBO, or all those things. And the Sanka defense minister in Noah, now say yenya substantive, or baby take over and kafa interior.
Okay.
And now less ministry, science and technology, crown say, but don't mean defense ministry and San Koka Minister of Finance. Abraham Morovan said, so a finance minister or what be a defense background and a military background or anything to do with defense there. Okay, because he himself or that history. Only that background or Juma, I want a finance ministry. Yamanu concentrate no Jumano, no defense ministry, so office still in Yaubia. My interior minister share because it's the police and the same security company on the community no one share. It is wrong. We can't live with that a substantive ministry of a minister of defense for almost about 3 months. It's not done anywhere.
7 months.
It is no, sorry. It's not done anywhere. Mr. President, this one, please, NDC government come up. It is not right.
Farouk Al-Wahab. The man is very deep. I'm sure that most of you are Mopesa America, dear Ghana, dear any other security matters, and we've delved it. At that time, we try and look into the transport situation and how we can resolve. And Sema home come last year. No, Farouk, you better say.
I mean, come. Okay.
That'll be a 2 and Safra Awoba.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.